Have Beyonce and Jay Z officially blackballed Kim K and anyone else she's associated with?
And also, side note, like, what does that even mean? We've got you covered right now on Rumor Patrol.
All right, Jaws, I am dying to know. I actually am very curious. Is it true that Beyonce and Jay Z have blackballed not only Kim Kardashian, but everyone that she's associated with?
Okay, here is the crazy thing. There's a lot of information, a lot of receipts, a lot of insiders surrounding this story. Even though the headline I'm about to read does come from In Touch, there are a lot of other sources out there that are more reputable that are talking about this story. So here is the headline. It's pretty ridiculous. It comes from In Touch, and it says this: Jay Z and Beyonce refuse to work with anyone who works with Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. And in fact, I have to say, I know that Kim has been like dragged into this situation, but it's truly Kanye who has this long-standing relationship with the Carters.
Right.
Yes, congrats on the new babies.
You know,
They're
the only thing they will collaborate with or associate with is the doctor who birthed both of their babies.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
So apparently, what are they called? OBGYN?
Uh-huh.
Apparently the OBGYN is the only source that they can mutually agree upon.
Well, I'm all about that. I love that. So In Touch is basically saying this, and I quote, they're telling friends they won't work with anyone who's worked with Kim and Kanye. And they're threatening to expose each other's secrets. The feud could bring down one or both couples. So recently, Jay Z released his new album on Tidal. The world has just been freaking out over it, and there's actually a song on the album that disses Kanye. Have you heard about this?
No, because I am not a Tidal person.
Me neither.
I think it's crazy that I have to go download a new streaming service just to hear his music. So I'm one of the people that stay away. I'm boycotting until he's on other streaming services or it's available on iTunes.
I'm like, bring it to me on Pandora.
Right.
Or like, I don't even have the premium version.
So you're just hoping it comes up in
literally,
the shuffle?
I'm just reading the lyrics to you right now. So in one of the songs on his new album, 444, the song is called Kill Jay Z, the rapper makes reference to Kanye being, quote, insane, and that apparently Kim is like next level furious about this song being a diss to her husband, which does make sense, and I feel like both these couples are very happy in their own right, so obviously they're going to be protective of each other.
I feel like it's a stigma around Hollywood, though, that Kanye West is a tad bit insane. Like, remember his Sway interview? You don't got the answers!
Oh, that was a great interview.
Yeah.
That was really great. And honestly, Kanye has been hospitalized for various issues in the past. So In Touch is saying that Kanye is also taking action in the form of a business dispute, and you're going to love this.
What?
So after the song came out, Kanye West quietly, we haven't even heard or talked about this, and silently pulled all of his music from Tidal.
Oh,
that's
my gosh.
crazy.
He's pulling like a Taylor Swift, but against Spotify, but against Jay Z.
Which is Tidal. Tidal is Jay Z.
Yeah.
And this is now turning into a bigger legal battle because you can't just do that, apparently. I don't know how these affairs work.
Me either.
But it's very dramatic. Jay Z is, quote, threatening to sue over breach of contract, and Kanye is ready to sue back. So if you guys are wondering, like, how did things go wrong here? Like, weren't they all best friends?
Yeah,
like,
if
just
he
a few
agreed to
years
put his
ago?
music on the streaming service in the first place, what happened? What had happened?
What had happened was, years ago, when Kim and Kanye got married, there was a lot of rumblings about that Kanye was super upset and offended that Beyonce and Jay Z did not come to their wedding.
Oh.
Although many outlets do say, including Page Six, that despite the fact that like Kim and Beyonce would seemingly publicly have a lot in common, they just maybe don't in person, which I think like that's okay. Like you're not gonna want to be best friends with everybody.
Yeah, just because you're both
famous.
uber famous. And they're so famous that they don't need each other to become more famous. So if they personally just don't vibe, there's no reason for them to fake a friendship.
But that's not even what sources are saying was the true turning point. So when Kanye was on tour and he was taken off the tour, decided to leave the tour, right before that happened and he went into his hospitalization, he went on this rant at one of his shows here in Inglewood at the Forum where he said a bunch of stuff about Beyonce. He said, Beyonce, I was hurt. I went down 7 years on behalf of your fake shit. And Jay Z, call me, bro. You still ain't call me. I know you got killers. Please don't send them at my head. So apparently, according to Page Six, Jay Z was so pissed off about this happening that 444, the song on that, was his reaction to Kanye.
Oh my gosh, this is so much drama with so many receipts and I don't know whose side to take.
And here's what Jay Z said in the song about Kanye West, allegedly.
Right.
This f everybody attitude ain't natural, you ain't the same. So basically he's saying like, Kanye, you've changed, this new attitude you have about like F this person, F that person, like who are you basically?
Well, I think the evolution of people is that. I feel like he got in a relationship with Kim and that probably altered his opinions and feelings on other people, because I think when you're standing by a loved one, if that loved one doesn't have the best experience with another human, then you kind of have to end up taking sides. I wasn't there behind the scenes to see the fallout. Obviously, if I knew Jay Z and Beyonce, I probably wouldn't be talking about them on the internet. However, I don't know, I wish them both well, I guess.
And honestly, I really love Kim Kardashian and I die for Beyonce. And
well,
you know what?
met Kim K.
I met Kim K. I've yet to meet Beyonce, fingers crossed for the future. But I think they're lovely people, and it's just unfortunate that all of this is playing out publicly, but that's kind of their lives, I guess, at this point. But I don't feel like Kim is the one that's like causing this blackball situation. I think if anything, it's Kanye feeling hurt by the Carters and the Carters feeling hurt by Kanye. I love calling them the Carters.
I feel like...
What do you think?
I mean, I feel like Kim is pretty hard. I feel like Kim has good intentions.
I think she does.
I don't feel like she's out for people. I think it's the two guys that are probably going head to head and battling it out, and the wives are involved because they're there.
And I also think this headline is incredibly misleading because I think this beef is personal between the four of them. Yeah, titles being brought in, but we haven't heard anything about anyone refusing to work with, you know, or Beyonce and Jay Z refusing to work with people that work with Kanye. I've not heard anything about that, so I want the receipt.
I think it's just a safe assumption. With all of the receipts that we have, I think the outlet was like, we could get away with saying this because most people would assume after drinking this tea that is the outcome, you know?
It's just so unfortunate, but you know what? I'm really stoked that they share a good guy now.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'm sure he's great. Probably one of the best.
One of the best. Oh my gosh, and he's seen so many private things on people.
Yeah, Black China, the Kim.
Oh, he did Black China too?
Yeah.
Wow, well, he's in LA. Maybe when I have a kid, I can see him.
Dream big, Joss. Anyways,
big.
Is it true that Jay Z and Beyonce are blackballing Kim, Kanye, and everyone they're associated with? That's
false.
Maybe. I'm saying maybe.
False. But wait, you guys, before you go, click that box over on the right to find out if Camila is returning to 5H.
Or click right to see if Gigi is really begging Zayn to quit touring.